It's time for post-spawn walleyes. The only decisions you got to make is how you're going to attack these fish. I like to keep the plan fairly simple. I break it into two categories. If the fish are shallower than 12 feet or if the fish are deeper than 12 feet. If the fish are shallower than 12 feet, hands down number one, my favorite way, and I've been doing it my whole life, is a simple jig and a minnow combination. This is a stand-up fireball jig from Northland Fish and Tackle. It'll go through emergent weeds and grass real easily. I love shiner minnows, especially where I live, north central Minnesota. Fabulous, fabulous technique. Now you can drag that jig if the fish are a little bit lethargic, or if they're a little bit aggressive, snap it and hop it and get that fish to dive and dart across that flat, but you're going to get a reaction out of the fish with that. But a lot of times in the springtime, these fish will come up after spawn, after they've recovered, and they want to feed heavily. So I'll go up into shallower sand flats and throw swim baits. This is a live target swim bait here. This is an absolutely killer technique that isn't getting used hardly at all, especially in my backyard. But this is absolutely fabulous. Now you can throw a standard swim bait here. This is an impulse swim bait with a current cutter head. You know, you can throw this type of swim bait as well. This works really well. But I'll tell you what, mimic natural forage is pretty hard to beat. And the same is true when you go to deeper water. What I've got here, this is a 2 3/4 inch rainbow smelt live target. Fabulous bait. Get it down into that 12 feet, whether you have to use lead core or snap weights or whatever you got to do. But get this bait down into that depth, troll along at a little over mid 2 mile an hour range, 2.3, 2.5, 2.7 miles an hour, and get that to wobble down there. And you're going to entice some bites because of the fact that it is mimicking the natural forage of these fish. These fish are down there because they're a little bit less aggressive, or they're not fully recovered, or maybe we've had a cold front. So they're a little bit less apt to really chase things. So sometimes you've got to go to tried and true. And when it comes to walleye fishing, a live bait rig is really hard to beat. I'll take a live bait rig, which is a slip sinker system. And I've got here a snell, a plain hook, and I'll put a leech, a crawler, or a minnow. Fish bites, it's got a slip sinker here. Fish bites, I open my bail, feed them line, crank it up, feel the tension, drive her home, and have a great day on the water. Whether they're deep or shallow, there's a way to catch post-spawn walleyes.